We watched 20 years of Eurovision, and we picked the 5 absolute best entries that have played Eurovision in that time. Vasis got upset at me in the last video, so this time I decided to also let him make a best of list. But of course, mine is better. Think of it like a best of list. And because I'm very kind, I'll even let him go first.
For my number 5, I am going to go with Georgia's first ever entry to Eurovision in 2007. The name of the song is Visionary Dream. It's kinda Björk, kinda Swords for some reason. The artist is Sofo, and at the time, I thought it was pretty amazing for Eurovision.
Okay, so my number 5 song. This song is quite unorthodox, especially when it comes to Eurovision. Whether it's the vocals or the song structure, this song is very different to the average pop song that you tend to get in Eurovision. It starts off pretty chill, albeit backed by a pounding groove, and after each breakdown in the song actually gets faster, culminating in an uber rave at the very end. Even the tiny detail like the final vocal note at the very end makes it stand head and shoulders above the average Eurovision song. This is Ukraine's 2021 entry, Shum, by the band Goa.
Number 4, and things are gonna get very serious now. It's 2013 and Romania have decided to forge the perfect Eurovision song. It's part Eurobeat, because Eurovision, opera, because why not, dubstep, because it's 2013, and vampires, because it's Romania. This is the room of Eurovision songs. And the man tasked with pulling this off is Cesar. And I admire Cesar because it takes a lot of balls to do what he did. The name of the song? It's My Life.
Love is so deep, and it makes my life complete. Like a mountain in the sky, love is high, so high. It's my life.
Honestly, 4th and 5th place were really difficult for me, but this one finally made the cut. For the first half of the song, you'd be excused if you thought you'd been teleported to 2000s Britain, because these guys do an extremely good tribute to the songs of that era. What happens in the second half, though, is madness. The combination of the lighting show and the music in the second half of the song is probably one of the best sections of Eurovision I've ever seen. This could have been in the rock list, but I really wanted to save it for the best of list because it is one of the best songs that has ever been in Eurovision. This is Georgia's 2016 entry, Midnight Gold, by Nika Kocharov and Young Georgian Lolitas.
Number 3, and this is going to be a questionable choice. It's 2014 and the Netherlands have decided to send a country song to Eurovision. It's not in your face, kind of country. It's more subtle, more riding into the sunset kind of country. That's probably why I like it. It reminds me a bit of early 2000s Paul Simon or the Cardigans. It's mellow. It's called The Calm After the Storm, and it sounds exactly like that.
now we come to number 3. This is a performance that is just bursting with energy, and the things that the lead singer Gökhan does, from the way that he enters the stage to showing the peace signs on the inside of his jacket as he's taking it off, are just absolutely iconic moments in Eurovision. Apart from the lyrics, which probably don't really make much sense, everything about this performance is just perfect. And Athena has been producing extremely good ska and rock music for the past 30 years almost. This is Turkey's 2004 entry, Athena, with For Real.
Nummer 2, and I'm gonna stay in 2014. This song was originally meant to be a James Bond theme song, but the Austrians accidentally submitted it to Eurovision, and it won. And why wouldn't it? Adorable bearded lady Conchita Wurst gives a massive middle finger to anyone who's ever wronged her, and I root for her. Rise like the f***ing phoenix.
From the fading light of life, rise like a phoenix, out of the ashes seeking rather than vengeance. Retribution, you were warned. Once I'm transformed, once I'm reborn. You know I will rise like a phoenix, but you're my flame.
Okay, and now we come to number 2. This is another unique track within the bounds of Eurovision, and I don't recall seeing anything before or after that is remotely similar. The piece is in the style of modern jazz, and the muted trumpet solos after each chorus add a whimsical character to what's otherwise a beautiful and virtuosic track. Virtuosic because it also features an extremely nice piano solo. Another track that was robbed in my opinion because it came second. This is Italy's 2011 entry, Madness of Love by Rafael Gualazzi.
Up on mountains, down lanes. Being so far away from you just makes me feel so good.
Time for an honorable mention. There's so many songs that deserve to be on this list, but especially this song probably deserved to be number 1. The execution was perfect. The production, perfect. The choreography, perfect. And at the time, it was clearly so much better than any other song in Eurovision that it won by the biggest margin in history. It's Euphoria by Loreen. It was perfectly done. Sweden knows the recipe for Eurovision success. It's a standard dance track. That's probably why I didn't make it into my list. But there you go, I said it. Euphoria.
Forever till the end of time. For now I know that you and I going
Number 1, and this song has everything I was looking for. It's funky and it's disco, but it's subtle, it's cinematic and very, very stylish. For an extra point, it's not in English, so I have no idea what it's about. It might not be the most attention-grabbing song in Eurovision. It doesn't have explosions and lasers and hairy Vikings and elaborate dresses and dances, but it's subtle and it's perfect. 12 pois to Lithuania, Monica Liu and Sentimentai.
Spinning through a cool. Suka sera toka vaya momente. Bega bega gantur tu. Miliones rožėlių sentimente. Skęsta jūroje debesų.
Okay, and we've made it to number 1. So Wasiris doesn't know this, but when I was doing the research for the video and I was listening to this track after probably 2-3 years of not listening to it, I cried. And that's because it's so much more than just a simple Eurovision song, and it represents so much. So this is a Turkish song, and it's about how the European Union treated Turkey during the negotiations for Turkey to become a member of the European Union. It also represents a time in the country's history where for a decade or so, everything had been going extremely well. Turkey was modernizing. It was much more important in terms of geopolitics. The economy was going super well. And for me, it represents those last couple of years before Turkey's unfortunate downturn into the country that it's become now. So what this song represents is the hope of a generation that thought we were finally progressing to be like those other European countries, and to finally break free of the oppressive culture that has plagued Turkey for so many generations. The lyrics in the chorus say, "You should raise me, you shouldn't make me cry, and where's that love that you keep bragging about?" And the bridge as well, which is essentially saying, everybody's smart, but I'm the only one who's crazy, essentially implying that, are we the only ones who don't have what it takes to get into Europe and everyone else around us does? The added twist in all this is that the lead singer Harun Tekin is well known for his extremely good English. He went to a very good university, and yet they decided to sing this song in Turkish as a form of protest for the European Union. And apart from that, he's also known as an intellectual and an important figure on the left in Turkey. But anyway, leaving aside all the political stuff, from a personal point of view, they're also very important because I've been listening to Mor ve Ötesi for 20 years now. So for me, the voice of Harun Tekin is like the voice of my teenage years. All right, that's it for the lecture. This is Turkey's 2008 entry, Deli by Mor ve Ötesi.
Herkes akıllı, bir ben deli. Bir ben deli. Bir ben deli. Beni büyüten, ağlatmayan sevginiz nerede? Övündünüz.
In case Berg's list was full of Turkish songs, new number 1. Γεια σου καλημέρα, γεια σου μαλάκα, γεια σου Μαρία.
Alright, so I hope you enjoyed Vasilis' average list and my amazing list. Leave us a comment down below and let us know what you would have picked. And if this wasn't heavy enough for you, then I suggest you go watch that video over there where we go through the best rock and metal songs of Eurovision in the last 20 years. See you next time on Mixed Signals. Bye bye.